So we have a cleaned up version of the emergency tow call from the 4th of July in the case of Nolan Wells, thanks to Janetta Brantley, who is a sound engineer.
Guess who was paying for Nolan Wells' independent autopsy? Colin Kaepernick. You guys, this is a big deal. Colin Kaepernick is paying for his independent autopsy.
Colin Kaepernick just set the entire internet on fire. Leaked audio has surfaced, allegedly exposing Nolan Wells' friends discussing how to get rid of his body after taking his life, and reports indicate Kaepernick went around law enforcement to help bring it to light. TMZ also released a cleaned-up version of a previously leaked 911 call, where voices can allegedly be heard making the same horrifying plans. Kaepernick has been locked into this case from day one, even funding an independent investigation for Nolan's family after accusing local Mississippi law enforcement of covering up critical details. And right now, he isn't backing down. From the start, the official narrative surrounding Nolan's death never added up. It all began when his family had to hunt down his phone themselves. While early media reports claimed a friend voluntarily returned it, Nolan's mother, Christine Wansley, revealed a completely different story. Using Snapchat and Life 360, Christine tracked the phone to the home of Warren Hudson, one of Nolan's friends.
She confirmed the phone was at Warren's friend to go and collect it.
Warren and his mother, Ashley Cole, who happens to be a local judge, allegedly put up a fight before finally surrendering the device. When the family finally unlocked the phone, key evidence was gone. Every single text message and photo from the day Nolan vanished had been wiped clean. And that's where this story takes an even darker turn.
Snapchat location looks completely different than the Life 360 location. So when I pulled up Life 360, it was different. It was showing everywhere the phone had been. I was like, well, it's showing that he's back on land. Like, I'm not. He's like, but no, he didn't come back with us.
Well, how were you able to get the phone?
So we tracked it, and my friend Tashima went and picked it up.
It wasn't like they said we got his phone, they tracked it.
Shortly after the device was retrieved, a distress call surfaced. Around 4 p.m. on July 4th, one of Nolan's friends called a private towing company, reporting that the boat's bilge pump had failed and they were taking on water near the west tip of Horn Island. When police released the recording to the public, it was layered with loud background music and commotion, making it nearly impossible to hear the crucial seconds right before the dispatcher answered. But a clean, unaltered version of that exact call existed. The decision to release a muffled version raised immediate red flags. Why push out audio distorted by noise when a clear recording was readily available? TMZ stepped in, acquired the clean audio, and ran it through audio enhancement. What they uncovered shifted the entire case. Right before the dispatcher answered, during the exact section obscured by music in the police release, one of Nolan's friends can clearly be heard saying, "Is he dead? Oh my God, check his chest and wake up."
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
Hello? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
What did we just hear? What was that? Straight out to investigative reporter Crime Stories, Dave Mack. Did you just hear what I heard? Now,
it turns out the caller had no idea the line was recording while they were placed on hold waiting for the dispatcher, capturing those unfiltered moments on tape. This audio could be the definitive key to uncovering the truth, as audio experts and law enforcement have the tools to isolate the voices and analyze every word. Yet, public frustration is boiling over. Many suspect the lack of arrest stems from high-level protection, pointing to the fact that one suspect's mother is a sitting judge who would pull every string to keep those involved out of jail. The outrage escalated further when independent audio engineer Janetta Brantley released her own enhanced version, which quickly went viral across social media. In her audio cleanup, listeners claimed they could hear the name Bart being called out. This discovery fueled a viral theory online. The friends already knew Nolan was dead before making the distress call, directly contradicting the official timeline that claimed he wasn't even on the boat when the call was placed.
Have a cleaned up version of the emergency tow call from the 4th of July in the case of Nolan Wells, thanks to Janetta Brantley, who is a sound engineer and an audio expert. Now, before I play the cleaned up version, I want to say that I appreciated that not only did she give us the cleaned up version of the audio, but she explained her process, she did not use AI, and she told people to listen with their own ears and gave us a transcript. I also want to give a trigger warning because what you're about to listen to is really hard to listen to. It broke my heart into pieces, and I cannot imagine what this poor boy went through the day that his life was allegedly taken.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Now, if this cleaned up version of the audio is accurately depicting what we think we're hearing, then that means Wyatt was being dishonest because you can clearly hear his name being yelled while they're also yelling in distress about Nolan not being alive. That means Judge Ashley Cole, who is the mother or stepmother of Wyatt, also was dishonest in her statement. And I want to be clear. She said things very matter-of-factly. She said that Wyatt last saw Nolan at 3 p.m. and that their boat left the island at 4:31. So that means that she is speaking as though these are facts. She did not say why.
However, this enhanced audio is facing massive pushback from experts. Forensic analyst Robert Freidhoff compared the recordings and discovered that the TMZ version was 20 seconds longer than the original file and carried an entirely different digital fingerprint. That discrepancy means it wasn't just a cleaned-up copy, raising serious red flags about its authenticity. Freidhoff noted that even top-tier forensic enhancement software struggled to extract those specific words, adding that nothing resembling that dialogue appeared in official, professional transcriptions.
What I will say is that, again, I'm suspicious because they keep breadcrumbing us with this audio, and every time a new piece of the audio comes out, there's something different. And the mainstream media is, of course, not reporting this, and there's plenty of technology that exists that could try to enhance the voices and see what is actually being said. Now, my theory is that someone who was around but was not directly involved is going to come forward soon because they don't want to go to jail messing with these people. Now, if that is what is being said on this audio, then that means that their cover-up goes so much deeper than just acting like they don't know what happened to Nolan. That means that there were a bunch of people around who know exactly what happened to Nolan, and they all decided that they were going to come up with a story and run with it. Now, another thing that's frying me, and maybe I'm confused, is that originally they all was acting like they did not know Katie McCormick, the girl who Nolan was allegedly with on the beach the last time they saw him. But in the stories they keep telling, they keep talking about people texting Katie to ask Katie where Nolan was. But y'all made it seem like y'all didn't know her.
Then there is the issue surrounding the official autopsy, the tipping point that drove Colin Kaepernick to step directly into the case. Determined to ensure Nolan's death didn't end up unpunished, Kaepernick stepped forward to fund an independent autopsy, stepping in as concerns grew that key details were being swept aside and turning the investigation into yet another unresolved tragedy.
Listen, y'all, it has just been reported that Tyler Perry will be paying for Nolan Wells' funeral. Absolutely incredible. And then on top of that, Colin Kaepernick's foundation will be taking over the independent autopsy, and they will be actually paying for that as well. So basically, they are taking care of the family. Shout out to Tyler Perry. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Listen, I love my people. When we look out for each other, they are always doing something for the community. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can talk about their flaws, but let's highlight the positivity and what they're doing and actually giving back. They actually be giving back. So shout out to Tyler Perry and shout out to Colin Kaepernick. That is absolutely incredible. Now make this go viral.
The official state autopsy was conducted by Mississippi law enforcement back on July 7th, but its findings remain withheld from the public to this day. Jackson County District Attorney Angel Myers McElrath announced that the state's report would not be released until it is presented to a grand jury, noting that officials were initially awaiting toxicology results. McElrath maintains the secrecy is standard protocol rather than special treatment, stating that every non-natural death in the county is routinely brought before a grand jury. Citing Mississippi's rules of professional conduct, she emphasized that legal and ethical guidelines restrict what prosecutors can disclose during an active investigation, framing the silence as a necessary step to protect the integrity of the case. Meanwhile, the independent autopsy funded by Colin Kaepernick came back inconclusive. The independent pathologist, Dr. Mitchell, revealed that state authorities failed to hand over critical evidence, including Nolan's throat. Even with missing evidence, Dr. Mitchell's preliminary findings raised immediate questions about the drowning narrative, highlighting a 12 by 8-inch area of soft tissue discoloration across the back of Nolan's skull and neck.
Do you mean his neck was missing? The interior and anterior, which means the front of his neck and the back of his neck, which is necessary to determine if he took on water, choked, and passed away, was missing from his body, removed before his body made it to Washington, D.C., along with a 12 by 8 soft tissue.
The public response has been overwhelming, with comments pouring in across social media. I bet they didn't think his case would receive such public scrutiny and support. Justice for Nolan. Another user added, they didn't value his life, so they thought no one else would. They never anticipated this having so much attention. What are your thoughts on this entire situation? What do you think about Colin Kaepernick funding Nolan's independent autopsy through his initiative to help uncover the truth? And do you believe the viral, cleaned-up audio clips circulating online are the missing piece to solving this case? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the video on your screen to watch another deep dive into this story.